See, right now I'm in Atlanta, home of the DL population. My gaydar kind of goes off. I don't think he is what he presents to be, right? I think he's gay. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there are feminine roles and masculine roles. Like I said, I expect my man to change my tire and things like that. But I don't think that makes him less of a man. I would expect it if he were a doctor, if he were a high dollar surgeon, if whatever. I would expect that. I don't want us both sitting on the roadside waiting on another man. I don't care if it's roadside assistance or a man driving by. We both sitting there looking pretty while we wait on this man to come change our tire. I know. And of course, it wouldn't be me coming to a city with the Didis and not checking to see if I can find anything for the grand. She got to look just a little bit different when she goes to school. So let's see what they got. Okay, so I have already hit up my first Didis on a mission to find the grandbaby some school clothes. But yeah, I'm on to another Didis. Baby, last time me and my daughter went to Houston, I tell you, we hit up, if they got 11 Didis, which I think is the number for some reason, or maybe 11 is just how many we went to, baby. We was all over, up and through them Houston streets, up and through them Didi streets, for real. So I'm going to hit up a couple more. It's so weird. I keep looking around. I'm like, dang, this is familiar. That's familiar. I saw Southern Fire restaurant and I went there, but I can't remember if I liked it or not. You know what I'm going to have to start doing when I go to different cities is keeping like notes or something and just trying to remember, yep, you went here, you liked it, you went there, not so much, whatever. Because I'll remember that I went, but I cannot remember how I rated it. And as I sit here now, I do remember that they hit you with that gratuity. Let me decide. And the gratuity was actually a little bit lower than I wanted to give, so I ended up giving a little bit more. But I don't like that because I feel like in a lot of these restaurants, when they already have that gratuity attached, they give you whatever kind of service they feel like because you gon' tip. That's one thing you gon' do is you gon' tip. You might complain, you might fuss, you might run the food back and forth, but you gon' tip. And no, I want to decide my own tip or if I'm tipping because I've actually been to places and ran up a decent tab, but when the service wasn't good, the tip wasn't either. I mean, I've never left a penny tip just because I know they pay absolutely nothing. But yeah, I might have just slid you $5 on a $50 meal or something. Like, yeah, I know that's a bad tip, so I let you know. Yeah, the tip matches service. Wow, you broke way back there. Oh, okay, I see you, Ollies. I just want to play. I see Ross. I've been to this one. Because I think I might have been to that Didi's. And I feel like I didn't like it before either. They got two on Buford. And for the life of me, I can't remember. Buford, Piedmont, Peachtree. It's another street that I feel like I see every doggone time. And it must run the whole length of Atlanta, Georgia. It really must. Because, yeah, dog, y'all ain't got no other names than them? I'm so sorry. I am. But doggone, I feel like everything touches Piedmont, Buford, 85, and a peach avenue, Peachtree Boulevard. I get them twisted. Oh no, that car stinks. We ain't got recirculate. There it is. Yeah, I got to figure out how to work this card because it's already working my nerve. Holding the camera. Are cameras legal in Georgia? I don't even know. Why am I thinking like if I think hard enough, I'm going to come up with an answer? The answer is I don't know. That's what that is. Anywho, off to the next Didi's we go. I'm having fun already. I can't check into the hotel until like 3-ish. So it's only like 1 o'clock-ish now. So. And 1 o'clock their time. So I've been up for a good little minute. It's 12 at home and I'm already trying to yawn and I don't know what it is about flying. It just makes me sleepy. And part of it is probably my own fault because I sat next to a very chatty gentleman and I had to hit him with that, Oh my God, oh, I'm just. It wasn't right, but yeah, and now I'm paying for it because now I'm actually kind of sleepy. All right, we can do a quick room tour, but baby, don't blink because it's super tiny. This is the bathroom. Absolutely nothing special here. Slide the door, and then you can see the closet, ironing board, standard. I don't know why I thought I had a refrigerator. Oh, okay. Okay, and then, yeah, that's it. Y'all know I like to get 2 beds. Oh, somebody must have told them I likes me some yellow furniture. Look at that. Look at that. Little ice bucket. I didn't even bring any. Well, I guess I couldn't have flown with it anyway. So I guess that's where you keep some food. Ah, okay. I thought there was a refrigerator. Y'all, it's so sad. Economic times are such that a lot of people are living in hotels because that's cheaper than rent. That's really heartbreaking. But anyway, this is it. Didn't I tell you don't blink? I already got some Dee stuff. Y'all know what it is. I'm curious if I see anything that can lessen some of this humidifying factor. But nothing's jumping out at me. All right, y'all. It is Saturday night. It has been a long, good, bumpy, whatever, interesting kind of day. At least interesting for me. The day started off really good. Met a group of ladies, seasoned sisters. Some of them maybe not as seasoned as others. Others with a little bit of extra dash on there. It was a good little walk though. We walked around the beltline. First of all, I met up with Chloe. He was here in Atlanta. Kay wasn't able to make it, and some other seasoned sisters. I had some other stuff going on, so I was able to pop in to Atlanta, and I was like, let me join y'all on this belt walk. And so we did. I did end up FaceTiming Kay later so she could join in as well. A lot of the ladies were like, where's Kay? What's up with that? And so I was like, you know what? Good question. FaceTime. And that was a good moment. I got to have several good conversations with women. I didn't get to talk to everybody as much as I wanted to. But I made a point of, sidling up to somebody, hi, how are you, where are you from, all that stuff. And it was good. Most of them were open to conversation. One or two were camera shy, and I absolutely respect that. And if I'm being really honest, I didn't have my camera out all that much. I tried to capture a few of the sights and views, excuse me, itchy. But I tried to capture a few of the sights just so y'all could get a feel of it. Good morning, sunshine. We are on our way to the Beltway to walk. I was wanting to see the Beltway before. That's my daughter. Let me call y'all back. Okay, so I'm taking a look around, and we haven't gotten started yet, but I met Fit Fab and 50 and a couple of the other beautiful ladies, and I was just like, this is right up my alley. Are they saying they're ready? I was like, this is right up my alley because it just feels like such a blessing. Originally, when I was looking on at the weather for coming, it was supposed to be raining every day, just a little break on this day. It was gonna be hot, humid. It's warmish, I ain't gonna much hold you. But it just feels so good. Like I don't know, call me a nerd, whatever. It's just blessings on top of blessings that I keep seeing. And I love that I'm in a space to even be here. All right, these are the ladies that have gathered so far. Hello. All right, we're getting ready to start walking, so. Let me be honest, I'm trying to get a little bit of footage now because I already know I'm gonna cut the camera off, focus on walking and talking with the girls. But we're already talking about taking trips to Thailand and Italy and all the beautiful things. And I'm excited for it. This is what it's about. It's about meeting people who are like-minded, interested in doing what you would do. Like, I can't believe I even met these people. Were it not for YouTube, I wouldn't know these people. They sure wouldn't know me. So it's just like, It's just a beautiful thing. But anyway, like I said, I want to get into the group and get to talking. So let me put something on it. Oh, I love this.
Oh my God!
Oh. Ugh. Now I could do without that. This is my CUM hurt. You might need to get checked out, sugar. Oh, wow.
I'm gonna wrap it up. We gotta go with the ladies' day.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Wait a minute. Come back. Come back. Wait a minute. Come back, because I got a song for y'all. This is what I need from y'all. Y'all ready? I told y'all the dance contest was starting in 6 minutes, didn't I? This is what I'm talking about, see?
But if you haven't been to the Beltline and you end up coming to Atlanta, I recommend walking it. It was all kind of people, some skating, hey, you know, that was my vibe. And then later I had a private event that I went to, and that was cool. Then, me being me, I wanted to do a little bit of shopping, so I went over to the Lenox Mall area. And I don't know where, but somewhere I hit a pothole on my way there. Don't like doing it, but dang, you know, I've hit potholes in my own car. Not a big problem. This car, it's a Hyundai Elantra, and I guess it has low profile tires. That's what it looked like to me. When I looked at it, I was like, that's the problem, low pros. So you know what happened when I hit that pothole? Blew the tire. In a rental, in a city in which I'm not familiar. I'm like, what is that noise? And then I look and I realize on the dash, they got a couple of hazard lights or something that hadn't been lit up. That's when I remember, oh yeah, I did hit that pothole. So I go back and I look at it. Sure enough, the tire is blown. I can see on the side or whatever where there's like this bubble situation. I said, I'll be darned. And I called the rental car agency, and they put you through the whole series of, if you want this, press that, and da-da-da-da. So I listened to the series, I pressed what I wanted. I finally get an operator on the phone, and she was like, oh, this is the wrong department. She then puts me on hold again. Y'all, I was on hold. Mind you now, it's starting to get dark. Did I mention I ain't from here? I'm in the city, I don't know. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. So I go on into the Popeyes, and I asked around. I was like, does anybody here know how to change a tire? There was an older gentleman there, and he said he didn't know, which was kind of hard for me to understand or believe, because you know what they say, older men know how to do stuff that the youngers don't. Okay. Well, that older guy said he didn't know how to change a tire. Hadn't done it before, don't know how, are kind of different. I know the theory of it, but I also know it takes a lot more strength than I likely have to get the nuts off and all that other stuff. So anyway, younger guy who worked there ends up being my hero. And he was like, I can change the tire for you. And I had to ask him, well, how much? Because I had limited cash on me. And he was like, $15. Deal. Mind you, I'm still on hold with Fox Rental Car. Holding Europe Fox Rental Car, whatever it's called. So I'm still on hold, and the whole time I was still on hold, still hadn't got an answer. And by the whole time, I mean the whole time that it took him to get the tire off, change it, Meanwhile, it had gotten dark, so I would have been somewhere. And I had asked the people in Popeyes, I was like, "What time does this close?" Because I'm thinking I could at least wait in a lit area for roadside assistance. And for the life of me, I could not remember what kind of insurance I got. Y'all, I don't usually get insurance when I get a car, because I'm like, I've been driving a good little minute. I know how to handle myself in a car, but you don't know how to handle everybody else. Plus the up, and all that. Yeah, it'd be some extra stuff going on. And not only that, but people dodging, jumping, getting it. Like, it's a lot of aggressive driving here. I feel like this city has, I ain't even gonna go down the line of cities that have a lot of aggressive driving. I mean, do we have aggressive drivers? We do. But on a larger scale, like, is it typically that aggressive? No, it's not that aggressive. But anyway, I mean, it's not that aggressive in Kansas City. I didn't finish my thought. So he changes my tire just as sweet as can be. Of course, I put a little extra on that 15 because, I mean, I'm still on hold. And finally, I just gave up and drove on back to the hotel, which is where I am now. So that was pretty much my Saturday. I got here Friday. I tried to do some vlogging, and what restaurant? We went to Visions. I'm on my way to Visions Lounge to meet a YouTuber. I'm one of her subscribers, so she finna meet a subscriber with me. But yeah, we looking kind of a mess. My hair was looking better. I must have got out in this Atlanta heat and it said, "Heifer, you tried it." Oh, my hair is it's just, and I thought about putting a little something on, a little bump or something for a while. It's still humid. I brought my umbrella because they said it was gonna rain every day except Saturday. But so far so good. Knock on wood. I ain't mad at it. I'll deal with the frizz. In fact, I'll put it up in a little bun situation or something for the weekend. I ain't tripping. But y'all know who I'm finna meet. I'm in Atlanta. I'm meeting one of the peoples today. I don't know how many people I might end up meeting. Who knows? It's so many vloggers in Atlanta and I say that when I go to Houston too, but I don't be meeting anybody other than the people I'm supposed to be meeting with. So I don't know, but in Kansas City, I don't know any other vloggers. So it'll be nice to whip out my camera and not have somebody be like, girl, you got to do that, you got to whatever. Because little do y'all know, sometimes when it looks like I'm solo dolo, I'm actually with somebody. But, you know, they're camera shot, and I got to respect that. I respect when I go to lunches and brunches and affairs and birthday parties and things like that. In fact, I'm here for a shower, and I won't be filming that. You'll see just about everything else I do, but you won't see that, which is all good. Yo, I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, I get to Vision. Of course, I'm walking in, turn the corner, I see Chloe, and you know, it's like, hi, and then I just turn off my camera, and we go in for a hug, and then we just started talking. She was looking up different places and sites and stuff that she thought I might like, and you know, it was just a chill vibe. The waitress came over. She was tempting me with liquor and all the things. And of course, I went for it. I got a tequila lemon drop. It was really good. But anyway, that's what you see here. So I had to do a little extra voiceover. Oh yes, honey. I got some mixed vegetables, mash. She's over here with the Philly. Don't let that fool you. She also ordered to go. She got some lamb chops to go. I told you business. A little bit of a lemon drop situation and some water. Just so I don't seem like an alcoholic, she drinking a strawberry margarita minus the...
You know, this is a strawberry lemonade. You know?
And cut. It's me holding this doggone camera again. And my arm is on fire. Where's that jacket? I knew I left this jacket in the car. Because we got the air conditioning on. So that's going to keep some of us cool. But this direct sunlight, girl, it was supposed to rain every day I'm here except for during the walk. Hold on a sec. Got to get y'all. Don't get vertigo on me. I'm prone to vertigo. I be hating it when people... What was that movie? They had it out years ago. Oh, it was something about some people in the woods. It was a scary movie. And I don't really do scary movies anyway. But they were in the woods and a whole lot of people kept leaving the theater to go throw up. Somebody will know. But anyway, that ain't what I was talking about. I was talking about leaving, and I said, I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to tell y'all some of what we were talking about. I was talking with Chloe at Little Miss Chloe Barksdale. She got her June diaries going. I think it's the Chloe Barksdale diaries. Don't let me start lying. But anyway, we were in there talking. And you ever hang out with somebody and you talk about nothing? and everything at the same time, because that's what we were talking about, nothing and everything. Originally, we thought we was gonna have cameras, and then we started talking girl talk. So I had to put the cameras down. Y'all don't need to know everything, but there was plenty to be said. We ate. It didn't take us even half the time to eat. So I went to Visions Lounge over on Piedmont. Didn't I just say Piedmont is like one of the busy streets? But it may be because of where I'm staying. You got to stay in different areas. And so the area I'm in, is it Bankhead? I think I called it that. And she said, no, it's Buckhead. There we go. The area I'm in, probably Piedmont, is just a super busy street. But anyway, it's Visions on Piedmont. And I had the lamb chops. When I tell you they cooked them, here we go, passing up Peachtree Drive. I must have passed Peachtree Lane, Peachtree Street, and Peachtree Avenue a minute ago, but and didn't notice. But with those lamb chops, I was telling Chloe, they crusted it. They put a nice sear on it. It's nice and crunchy. It had a little salt taste. Like I like my meat to have that salt flavored. Oh, it was so good.
And I have a Kia Elantra. Y'all, the windshield space is like this. Like I would say this is a 45-degree angle. That space is tight. Like I can't, and plus it's all plasticky. So I tried to put because I try to be prepared. I said I'm gonna go to Atlanta. I'm gonna do me some vlogging. Let me bring my equipment. So I bring my magnetic thing that's gonna allow my camera to go on the dashboard. But there's nowhere for it to really stick because everything is so plasticky that it couldn't get a grip. And then with the windshield being so tight, the camera didn't even have enough room to really be vertical. I said, oh, okay, this is a problem. I can't vlog in the car. I can hold my phone, but I got to watch all the aggressive drivers. So that wasn't a real option. And Chloe was like, girl, that's unacceptable. You're going to do some vlogging. Let me look in this car and look in this. Girl, she looked in the car. She couldn't find no space for it to go either. She was like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe you're not going to vlog. So that's why I haven't done a whole lot of vlogging in the car or in general, because it feels like I've kind of been on the go. But tomorrow is Sunday. I don't have a whole heck of a lot planned. I kind of wanted to go somewhere cute little rooftop situation and have some lunch or brunch. So I didn't really bring a brunchy outfit though, did I? You don't know. Some of y'all were talking about the flower dress that I wore to brunch before when I went to the UAPB brunch. I love that dress, but y'all, that dress was a size 12. Can you believe it? Size 12. I said, ooh, I didn't gain a pound or two. It might be time for me to go from a medium, because it really be, in some situations, looking like a medium. I might have to go from that medium on up to a large. No, I'm not. I'm lying because I'm about to get on top of things and lose some weight. Not this weekend. When I was talking to Chloe eating them lamb chops that were mighty delicious at Vision Restaurant, I keep trying to say that because y'all need to know about that spot. I was like, yeah, maybe I ain't gonna lose weight on this trip. She's like, oh no, no, you can throw that out the window. Throw it right on out the window. One of my girlfriends though, I'm 5'7", which is funny too, because on the walk they were like, I had no idea you were this tall. You don't look that tall. I said the same thing to Kaylani, because Kaylani is like 5'8", I think, if I'm not mistaken. And I told them that. I was like, they were like, no, she looks tall. You look short. You look short on camera. I was like, oh, I don't know how to take that, but okay, whatever. Because I mean, it wasn't so much negative because I didn't think Kaylani was her height either. So, but what was I talking about? Oh, my size. So one of my girlfriends, I'm 5'7", and she's about. Is she 5'8"? We're neck and neck. We might be an inch-ish above or below each other. And I've been weighing, I don't know what I weigh. I had been weighing, I was coming in at about 178, closer to 180. Some days 180. And then I lost that little 7 pounds, of which I really think only 2 pounds is real weight loss. The rest of it was water. And so I lost that. I think I've gained it back because I've been eating a lot. I didn't eat after a walk. I will say that because I had gone to breakfast. I felt it and I heard it. Now I'm not. I'm maybe a little crazy. Excuse me for just a second. There we go. But anyway, the weight with my friend. So I'm at 180-ish. She's not too far from me, but she's under 200. Actually, she's like 170 something. So we probably even weigh about the same. She's on GLP-1. I say all that to say that because I thought to do that you had to be like 200 plus pounds or something like that. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's days when I'm huffing and trying to puff in the gym, and I'm like, they got a tablet for this. They got a shot for this. It ain't got to be this hard. But I also feel like, although that'll help lose the weight or whatever, you still need to pump or do. Because a lot of my issue for me, no, I don't like the way I look in my clothes anymore. That's for sure. No, I don't like being tired when I do what used to be simple things. But what I really don't like is my lack of strength. Y'all, on the flight here, I have my carry-on, and I won't even say I have a whole heck of a lot in my carry-on, because y'all know when I come down to the South, I'm trying to hit up all the DDs I can. Girl, they were laughing at me, talking about I'm a mess, but I was like, they asked me what had I done so far on Friday, the day before, and I was like, oh, I already hit up a few DDs, because when I come here, I'm on a mission. I want to see if I can find a bunch of different clothes for my granddaughter, because you know when school starts, everybody been to Walmart, so they got the same T-shirt. Everybody been to Target or whatever. Not in my family, but I'm just saying in general. And so they end up wearing all the same clothes, even Ross or whatever. But I come here, I get some stuff from Didi's. Plus, it's all the little, I won't say flashy, but girly kitty type of stuff that she likes anyway. So I told them that, and I was like, yeah, y'all need to start calling me KD Lonnie. You know, y'all know K Lonnie be hitting them spots. So anyway, back to my girlfriend and the GLP-1. I really thought you had to weigh X amount. And I said, yeah, that's a good little shortcut, but it won't resolve my issue of strength. So that's what I was saying too. Here, on my pretty much empty carry-on, why do I want to call it carry-on? Carry-on luggage. I'm trying to put it in the overhead bin. And it kind of got away from me. And luckily, this guy just put his hand up. Kind of made me mad. Because he looked like he could have just done it with a pinky to show out something. But he put his hand up and caught it. Otherwise, it would have fallen over. Hopefully not hit anybody. But if it did, I couldn't have offered nothing but some I'm sorry's. I was trying my best. But he helped me put it up. And then when I got ready to go, he was like, let me just go on and get that down for you. And let me just go on and thank you. I appreciate that. So he pulled it down for me too. But I'm like, I don't think this is my strength of, say, 5 years ago. I think 5 years ago, I would have, whipped it up, whipped it down, and all of so that I want to lift the weights too. And so if I got a huff and puff anyway, I don't know that I want to take the GLP-1 plus huff and puff. And I don't know that one without the other, will go well. Okay, so also, I ended up having to take a shot. I'm not a shots person. I can take a shot and pour it right on into a cocktail and be a happy person. Let me see if we were watching TV. And up comes, I almost said Family Feud, but it's Wheel of Fortune. Ryan Seacrest is hosting Wheel of Fortune. And I'm like, oh, look at that. I remember when Pat Sajak had the job, how did I put it? I was like, Pat Sajak had the job. I guess he got too old for it or something like that. And I was like, I don't know what I got Ryan because he ain't too far from it. They were like, how old do you think he is? I was like, obviously he looks about 60 or so. So this is what we saw. And I snapped a little picture of it. I don't know if y'all will be able to see him in this picture or not. So I'm looking at him looking like this. And I was like, yeah. He looked like he about 60 or so. Oh, I bet he ain't as old as you think. So I said, oh, okay, let me do a little, Yeah, he at least about 58. I'm not coming too far down from that 60 because Ryan Seacrest has a boatload of money. I mean, Uber money, right? From all the stuff that he's done. You're not going to have money and look bad. So that's his, he got to be, he about 60. 60. That man is 51 years old. Only 51. As rich as he is and looking like, I said, Oh, yeah, I lost on that one. But anyway, so that's that for that. But I was kind of astonished at the way he was looking. Tomorrow I don't have a whole lot planned. I do want to head back over to Lenox Mall when I have a little more time to look around and stuff and see what they've got. I don't know what it is. I feel like I have the worst luck when it comes to Zara because I've been at Zara in several cities now, and I never really find the finds that people be finding. I don't see it. So I'm gonna go tomorrow while, like I said, while I have time and really shop the aisles and shop the racks and stuff, pull the stuff off the racks. But I am going to go back to probably another DD's or two to still look for stuff for my granddaughter because so far I've only found a few tops. That's surprising for me. Like usually, baby girl have her a little haul. Mimi coming up short on this trip, but we'll do that. Did I go to Zara's in Vegas before? Oh, I think so. I'm not even sure they have one. Anyway, that's about it. I'm getting sleepy. And I hear me talking in circles, so I guess we're going to call it a night. And we'll see what we get into tomorrow. All right? Sweet dreams, say your prayers, and all the good things.
The blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Trying to stand but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means? I lay my head on my pillow, staring out the window, trying to stop for a sign. The reason why you always on my mind. You come around like this, baby, when I see you, when I see you, baby, when I never know when you might walk by. Oh, baby, so I gotta be right on time. When I see you, when I see you, I scribble X and O's in my notebook, checking how my hair and my nails look. Myself in the zone, when you're nervous when you're gone. I say I'm not home. See your face and I hear my favorite song. Should I send an email at home? You're the number one topic on the phone. I wonder if you know, or do you have a clue? Yeah. I lay my head on my pillow, and you got me staring out the window. We were showing the stars outside.
And we are back from, is that gonna stay? Of course it's gonna stay. These are not the softest beds. I got the camera sitting on the tripod on the bed. Anyway, I just went down to breakfast. I'm in my other bed. This is, when I tell you I love this. Originally, a girlfriend and I thought we were going to room together. I do kind of like having my own room to myself, plus setting up the camera. Like now, she would want to do whatever she's doing and I'm talking to y'all. I guess I would be talking to her. 6 one way, half a dozen the other. But anyway, I do like having my own space. I'm used to it. But I'm on the second bed of the two queens. Even if I'm solo dolo, I always like to get two beds anyway. Put stuff on one, sit on one, do all of that. I don't always have maid service because I have equipment and I don't take it all with me, or I just don't like people in my stuff. I go down to breakfast, I got my head down. I'm just saying my little grace, open my eyes and look up. It's a man standing right there. And he got his hands, like, ta-da, or I don't know what he thought he was doing. But see, right now I'm in Atlanta, home of the DL population. And I know that sounds wrong because my whole thing is, I honestly don't have anything against people who are openly gay. Don't bother me at all. It be that DL stuff that I don't like because it destroys people. Not only that, but the actual men I have known. Like I remember having an inkling, kind of like, and it's harder now. I'm skipping all kind of subjects, but I remember having an inkling about one or two guys. I was like, for some reason, my gaydar kind of goes off. I don't think he is what he presents to be, right? I think he's gay. That's how it would come down to. I think he's gay. And later in life, two of the men that I thought anyway, because later on as life continued, I would see more people I thought were DL. But yeah,
it would come out later, oh, I'm bi. You know, they always kind of slide into bi a little bit. And I don't know why that's supposed to be better. And maybe they have to acknowledge who they are in their own stages. So it starts with bi, and then they go ahead and say, no, I'm gay. You know, I play for the other team, however they phrase it. I don't have a problem with that either. Like, I get it. I grew up in the church, so a lot of people just feel like, they got to deny it for a while and fight it. And the suicide rate is crazy high. I don't think God intended that. It would be easier to convince me if there weren't other animals in the animal kingdom who showed homosexuality, and they don't have the restraints of Christianity or religion and things like that. A lion is just a gay lion, or a homosexual lion, however you want to put it. They're just, two male lions hunching on each other. That's just how that works out. If there is judgment for that, I wouldn't understand it any more than I understand it for humans. So I say I don't have a problem with it, I don't have a problem with it. It's that DL stuff, because it's also men who deny it. That saying, I think he doth protest too much. They end up vehemently denying it. And no, I ain't on no gay-ish, and I ain't on that F-ish, and it's just, and it becomes more cruel. And they even, a lot of times I've seen them use and abuse women to show how macho manly they are. And it's so harmful. It's just so doggone harmful. And again, I already mentioned the suicide rate. At my job, there has been, with this administration, a push for us to out kids. Like, they don't phrase it like that, but it's more so if a kid comes to school and her name is Rachel, but at school she wants to be referred to as Ray. Well, Ray can be looked at as a more masculine name, and most certainly if she wants to go by a different pronoun, it doesn't even have to be he. If she just wants to be referred to as they, legislature wants us to report that. Do you know how many children are put on the streets after they come out, are abused after they come out? Like, I don't have the luxury of pretending I don't know. My job gives me the stats. I'm keenly aware of the suicide. I'm keenly aware of what happens when a person who wants to come out in any way is forced back in. That's a hard thing. That's horrible. But anyway, all of that derailment just to come back to breakfast. So I'm at breakfast. I say my little grace. I look up. Bam! I'm looking at this dude with his hands like this. I mean, I don't even know male waiters who double tray. So I don't know what world a straight man is holding his hands up like that. But he's talking about, you prayed and you shall receive. I said, that's so strange, because my last video, I think it was my last video, I said I saw the man I prayed for. I wasn't praying for that man. I'm talking about the man this morning. I haven't been more praying for him than 1, 2, 3. I'm sitting there saying grace, and I look up. And so I love a man with a sense of humor. I love that. That being said, ain't no man sitting like this for me. He was so not for me. Not that one. Mm-mm. In fact, I know I'm gonna probably get a little flack for this, but when I come to Atlanta, I have met very nice gentlemen. One of them, didn't know how to change a tire. He was an older fella, and then had nerve to flirt. Sir, first of all, respectfully, I'm in a tense situation right now, and flirting is far, far, far from my radar until you can't even change a tire. What else can't you do for me? In fact, I got a feeling that list is long. What's probably short is the list of things you can't do. Yeah, and I don't mean it to sound like I'm in a use situation, but just as a man would want me in his life for certain benefits, I'm gonna need a man in my life for certain benefits too. Yeah, fair exchange is no robbery. But back to that man, when he said that and I looked up, oh baby, I want to tell him so bad. Sorry, let me bring your hands down. Matter of fact, let me hold him with a little saran wrap in between us, because ain't no telling. When I say this, I'm not interested. I was like, oh, that's cute. And he asked me, is anybody sitting there?
And I looked around because I was ready to say no, but I don't want to be rude. So I looked around and I said, there are a lot of seats available. Because mind you, I didn't get to breakfast until shortly before they got ready to close. I didn't get up till like 9, 7. I was awake, but I went up. And so I was like, I'd much prefer to sit alone and hopefully you'll have a seat, somewhere else. Right when I said that, the man next to me got up. So where he sit next to me, he would have been further from me had he sat across the table. But he sits right next to him. I'm like, oh my goodness. He was persistent. He was very much that. I still wasn't. I was persistent too. we both persistent. And no exchange numbers. That whole maybe we could just be friends stuff. That don't really work for me because I just feel like, first of all, I really don't need new male friends. Any friendships that I form, I say that, and I'm forming new friendships all the while. Because even yesterday with the walk that we did, I've been in communication with a couple of those women already via email so far because I'm kind of busy. But yeah, I've already been in communication with them. Were they men though? I don't know. I just don't. And I'm not, see, okay, and that's the other thing I was about to say. It's hard to differentiate between men who, it's getting harder for me anyway, between men who are down low and men who just don't like women. And I don't even mean the men who don't like women are gay at all. They may have zero homosexual tendencies whatsoever. Men may do nothing for the men I'm talking about, but they still don't like women. They don't value us. They don't see us as people with real feelings and real needs and real wants. I mean, I have literally been in the presence of men who I know believe women pretty much need to be told what they want. Women pretty much need to be kept in their place. Women you know what I mean? Just all kinds of degrading things. It's almost like there are some men who treat women the way some white people treat black people. If that makes any sense, it's like they're saying, you don't really know better. You have to be told. You have to be relegated to this space. You have to have these duties. You have to have these. Remember when Trump said something about black jobs? It's kind of like that. Like, don't get me wrong. I think there are feminine roles and masculine roles. Like I said, I expect my man to change my tire and things like that. But I don't think that makes him less of a man. I would expect it if he were a doctor, if he were a high dollar surgeon, if whatever. I would expect that. I don't want us both sitting on the roadside waiting on another man. I don't care if it's roadside assistance or a man driving by. We both sitting there looking pretty while we wait on this man to come change our tire. I don't know. So when I say that, it's not because I'm lowering him or lessening him in any way. I really do feel that. If you understand what I'm saying, let me know, because I don't want to sound like I'm crazy or being hypocritical, but I genuinely think there are so many men who really don't like women. We have certain jobs and we have like sexual benefits for them. Outside of that, I don't know that they like the company of women. I don't know that they're interested in the things that they're interested with their men. Like, for example, when men go around and they sleep with a whole bunch of women and all of that stuff, I hardly ever know them to do it in silence. Most of them are bragging to their friends. So most of them are kind of doing it, yeah, bro, I did that, smashed, I cracked. They're doing all of that stuff to impress another man because, they want his admiration. Oh man, you the man, and it's a sign of their masculinity or something. But I don't know that men do things to impress women in that way. And when they don't, I feel like they don't like women. They like men. They like the company and the presence of men. They simply relegate women to a job, a duty, or a release. I don't know. It's kind of hard to phrase it, but that's those type of men versus DL men. They have some similarities in that they are not typically kind to women because, this guy over here, he's trying so hard to prove something. And you know, he thinks that there's a certain amount of masculinity, and then the guys who don't like women also think that there's a certain amount of masculinity that they have to prove. And so they both come across as men that, no thank you, you know, I just don't. And I hate sounding like, because I've heard women who are just anti-men and da-da-da. I don't feel that way. I'm not anti-men. I'm anti those men. I like real men. I like men with a sense of humor. I like men who know how to be gentlemen, who are appreciative of a woman. I mean, I've seen men, you can tell a man who likes women. Fortunately, most of them have been married. I say fortunately because I love knowing that a woman has a good man. I absolutely love that. I don't even understand women who flirt with good married men. Like, cause to me, the second he crosses over, he's no longer a good man. He's he's lost all of that. So I love seeing good men with women who are also appreciative and all. And if she's not appreciative, it's actually none of my business. Because I've seen women who are like, "Girl, he don't even know what to do with him. Let's shoot. If I had him, you done planted a seed. Lets me know some things." Can you tell I've been in the presence of some women who have been talking about some things here recently that I'm like, But yeah, all that to say, I've had breakfast. It's well after 10 now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Most of the shops and stuff don't open until noon. I bet those Didi shops are open already though. Just grab my phone. You see how the camera don't fall or nothing. The bed is kind of still. And that's another good thing about having two beds. Because I have a whole bunch of extra pillows. I've been over there sleeping on what, about 5 pillows, and 6 wouldn't hurt. I probably could have put one under my body just to soften this bed. Hey Siri. Could have said that over there. What time does Didi's open? It's open already. It opened at 10. I am just determined to look around at a couple of more Didi's. I'm going to drive around on this little funky tail donut. I called the car rental place to check my insurance and see if it's covered and all of that. Because one thing I know, if I let the car rental people buy a tire, the tire going to be like $200, $300, $400. If it's a low pro tire, already it's going to be expensive. But they're going to add on top of that. So I really want to know, does my insurance and stuff cover it? I need to get my butt up off of this bed, put on some real clothes, because I just threw this mess on, back on, and yeah, let's get this day started. Hot chat, 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 chat. Oh my gosh, I need somebody to save me from myself. A simple move, never basic.